Howdy everybody, Thomas here at WC Tractor Waco, right off of I-35, and today we're taking a look at the M5 series of Kubota tractors. All right everybody, taking a look at it from the outside, super good looking tractor. Again, just like normal, I will post the specs to everything as I go through the video or at the very beginning. This machine as it sits is about a 105 horsepower machine. So you're looking at around 89 to 90 at the PTO. Again, I'll post those within the video as we go, just so I make sure I'm not accidentally lying to you. There's a lot of numbers involved with a lot of these tractors and a lot of horsepower variance in the frame sizes. So if you watch the last one, you kind of remember a little bit about the M4 size or frame size. This is a big step up from it. You're getting a lot more loader capacity, horsepower of course, and a lot more options, or I guess I should say workload capabilities jumping up into this guy, as far from the tip of the bucket all the way to the rear 3 points. This machine does require DEF. It is above 75 horsepower, so you will have to use DEF on this machine. Again, no big issue. DEF has come a long way than it has. But taking let's get a little profile look around it. I know I posted some, or have some clips of it going around at the very beginning. We'll kind of give you a walk around real quick. This machine does come in the shuttle shift configuration. You can get it in either an 8-speed or a 12-speed or even a 24-speed. Just depends what your dealer orders, or if you wanted to actually special order the machine itself. So comes standard with 2 rear hydraulic remotes. You do have your telescoping 3-point arms on each side, and again you can have the actual telescoping 3-point ends right here. Comes out about 1.5 to 3 inches. Kind of help you back up to, whenever you're backing up to an implement, kind of helps you hooking up there. You do have a 540 PTO. It is not an exchange. You cannot swap it to 1,000. It is 540 as it sits. So if you're kind of looking for something around that 90 to 100 horsepower range that has a swappable PTO, where you can go from 540 to 1,000, this one will not do that. You need to be looking at like the M6 as far as Kubota goes. The M6 lineup allows for that configuration. But yeah, taking a look outside, you've got your normal halogen work lights on the front and the back. You've got, I'll post the loader lift capacity as well. I think we're around 3,000 pounds. I'll put it on the screen, that way I don't make a liar out of myself like I said. But anyways, let's hop inside. I've rambled enough on the outside and we'll go from there. So taking a look, this one is kitted with the buddy seat. You do have the Kubota Ultra Grand Cab 2, so similar cab, if not the same exact cab that is on the M4. So you get a very spacious cab, enough for that buddy seat or a place to put your lunchbox. We'll step up in here and we'll take a seat, close this door. Give me 1 second. There we go, get some airflow in here. It is hot today. Again, like I said, got big enough room for a buddy seat, storage, cup holder storage, great visibility as you can see here. I mean, just very same cab that's on the M4, just in a bigger configuration. Layout over here is going to be, you've got your 2 rear hydraulic remotes here, you've got your parking brake up here, high and low setting here, your gear shifter, this is the 8-speed configuration, your 3-point raise and lower here, your hand throttles here, and then you've got electronic PTO on here as well. You do have the option to get the 540 economy PTO on here, but it does come standard on the 24-speed versions as well. So see your dealer for more questions, or just let me know if you have any more questions about that, what all that does. Anyways, not to get in the weeds, you've got your buttons on the column here, you've got work lights here, and then down here, this tractor does have the constant RPM management here as well. Allows for a little bit more fuel efficiency, and it maintains your RPMs when you're working. If you're pulling a shredder, pulling a cutter, pulling a baler, and you go up a hill, you lock that in, it's going to allow the tractor to kind of think on its own and manipulate the RPMs in a way so the tractor does not lug or die. And you also, just like on the M4, get the camera around here real quick, you do have your presets for your RPMs here and here. So like I said, if you're shredding, maybe pulling a small plow, or even a cutter, you can set your RPMs with A and B here for doing the work and then doing turn rows And then of course, like I said, you can use this RPM management to your fullest, to its fullest capabilities. Then over here, of course, I'll put my foot on the clutch real quick. You've got forward, oh, beeping at me because I got the park brake on. There we go. So you've got forward, neutral, and then reverse. Put that back into neutral. And then you've got windshield wipers, and you've got your hazard lights here. And again, there's our gauge cluster here. I don't know if the glare, if you can see that on the glare. Also gives you, let's see if I can get it around here. So if you can see here, it shows your depth gauge, your fuel gauge, temps, and then your RPM settings there. Again, so let's take this bad boy for a spin so you can kind of see how it works. Front loader, raise it up. Parking brakes off. There we go. Cruising at about 1600 RPMs. We're in second gear here. We'll bump it up just a tad, about 2000. And I've got the AC blowing low, but I'll turn that on and I'll ramp the RPMs up a little bit just so you kind of hear that cabin noise. Now again, we are in second gear. We'll jump up into fourth gear. Get a little more ground speed. Just like that. Super smooth riding machine. When you step up to this size of tractor, you're definitely ready to take on a lot more acreage, or a lot more work, I should say, is probably a better way of putting it. This ideally, anyone that owns around that 100 and plus acreage, or maybe even 150 plus acreage, this is kind of where we push people, or where I push people, because at that point you're probably maintaining 80% of that, if not 60 to 80%, let's say, as far as shredding, maybe doing some hay or cattle on it as well. So you're going to need a little bit bigger of a machine to handle all that. One second, let me take this down a gear, and we'll just kind of putt around for a second while I talk. Again, like I said, really ideally it's for that guy that's got about 100 to 150 acres plus, because you are going to need bigger tools, bigger implements to pull. You may do cattle, you may do hay, so you need a machine that has not only the horsepower but the weight and sheer size that can handle all of those tools. Again, I do get a lot of questions, or I have gotten questions before, hey, what's the difference in this versus the M4? Well, big thing is horsepower and frame size. You step up pretty good on frame size. I'll list the weights if I haven't already in the video. And of course, you step up on horsepower, you gain anywhere from 25 to 35 horsepower by jumping up to this tractor versus the M4. Has the same cab, very similar cab configuration. It does not have the D-clutch button unless you go with the 24-speed version. That's just how Kubota specs it out, which makes sense. Again, that keeps that deluxeness to that M4 tractor as well. So I can understand why they did that. But as far as other features similar to that, there's not really much other than the cab configuration. You get it's such a step up, and it's such a different beast. It can handle a lot different tasks, I guess. Pulls a 15-foot batwing, no problem. Can pull small round 4x5 round balers, some 4x6 round balers, square balers all day long, hay cutters all day long. This is the size of tractor that if you are getting into, I guess, more so ranching style, this is what you want to look toward. So anyways, guys, let's hop outside. I'll do my closing comments and then we'll get done. Back outside of the M5 here. I hope that drive around kind of helps you. It wasn't too long, but wanted you to kind of get a feel for the cab, a feel for the transmission, kind of see how it shifts, how it sounds inside, cab noise, things of that nature. So who is this tractor for? If you own 100 to 150 plus acres, that's who this tractor is for, honestly. Now, if you don't do anything with those acres, then I'm gonna ask you why you're buying a tractor. But if you do plan on doing something with those acres, having cattle, doing hay, maintaining it just period, this is gonna be the tractor for you. It allows you a lot more versatility as far as shredders, hay cutters, any kind of rear attachments, front loader attachments as well, or front loader capacity. as well. You step it down to like the 70 horse version of an M4 or even a 7060, I think you're wasting money, or you're leaving yourself wanting more when it comes to going that route. I think the 111 or the 091 is the perfect tool for something of that, someone with that acreage, all the way up to, I mean, heck, getting up to 500, 600 acres. Again, if you're running that many acres though, you're probably gonna have more than one tractor. But that's who I think this tractor is for, and who we primarily sell to is that 100 to 150 acres plus. I hope this video wasn't too quick. I wanted to make sure we got through everything. It's a very simple tractor, but a very nice tractor. Will definitely handle any job you throw at it. So if you guys are in the market for a subcompact, compact, utility ag or large utility ag tractor, even UTVs, construction equipment such as skid steers, excavators, or anything attachment wise, shredders, grapples, what have you, give me a shout. I'll leave my contact info at the end of the video so you can get with me. I'd love to help you in any way I can, even if it's just answering your question on which machine you should look at. And if there's a machine you want to see, or an attachment you want to see, kind of how it works, or hey, what does it do? Let me know. That's why I make these videos, is to better help you guys and better educate the buyer and the current owner. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.